One of the questions that I always get asked is, how did you get to be so sexy?
I'm bringing sexy back.
And really, it's a funny thing, and I'm only joking, but you know, when we talk about yoga, we often equate sexiness with the physical body. Right? And we're going to extend on from that today. But first of all, I'm Mark. This is Yoga Coach. It's a channel for yoga teachers, yoga entrepreneurs who want to step up in their teaching, that want to transition from the studio to online, and who want to become conscious sexy. The physicality of it. Oftentimes, we see it all over social media, especially Instagram, which is a photo-based social media, that people become influencers in yoga simply because they can do a beautiful pose on a beautiful beach with a beautiful body, right? Does that make them a yogi? Well, I guess it does in some ways, because they get millions of followers and then they become a voice within yoga. When I was young, social media wasn't around. I'm kind of 56 now, but in my 20s, in the 80s, I'm sure if social media there, I would be smashing those photos when I was doing my Ashtanga and I was right into the physicality and I was bendy and flexy. I would have been throwing those photos out there. So it's all cool, it's amazing, but what we're talking about is making consciousness sexy. It's like Justin Timberlake bringing sexy back.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah.
Well, we're bringing sexy back to consciousness, because that's what it was all about. That's what the yogis were talking about. And what makes it sexy is because once you remove the interference, once you remove the boundaries and your consciousness integrates, right, and becomes more singular, then you start to glow. And let's face it, these teachers, these high-level teachers, these gurus that have millions of followers, what is magnetic about them, what draws people to them, why it's like moths to the light, is because of their consciousness. And they're radiating. It's their energy is at a high pitch and frequency. So we want to bring conscious sexy back. And I'm asking you the question, are you conscious sexy? Or are you just physical sexy? Which is cool as well. Like, you're flexible, you're strong, you look good in Lycra. Beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. But the yogis were talking about taking it to another level. And that's the whole science of yoga. So yes, work with the physicality, but then we've got to go beyond it. Right? We want to then work with the subtle body, and that's the home of Tantra and Kriya and Laya Yoga. And that is upgrading and activating your energy at a higher pitch and frequency. And then what we want to do is look at the root cause of what keeps us, our consciousness, bound into duality, narrowed down, playing small. And that's the mind. And when we can look at those patterns of mind and set them aside and surrender to a higher possibility and open to it and take it out into the world, that's conscious sexy. So I invite all of you yogis to be, keep your sexy poses going. We love it. But also let's take it to the next level and bring sexy back. Let's make consciousness sexy. And if you like the channel, just, you know, keep sharing, comment, like, all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you on the next video. One-handed namaste, shaka, peace, sexy.